What up?
What's good?
Oh shit! Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ACS Universe. I know it's been didn't do a show last week. I got a little bit of news to get to before we get to some of the topics for today. Obviously, The Last of Us. You can see it on my shirt. You saw it in the tweets and the posts all over social media. That show is incredible, bro. And not just for people who played the game. There's a lot of people who haven't even played the game who think this show is just. Look, let me tell you this. I'll put it like this. The ratings for this show, let me tell you, probably 50% of those are people who played the game. The rest of that shit is just the casual viewer that's come in and fell in love with this world that I think Joey and I we fell in love with it back in the day, and now we're back, man.
Yep. Been 10 years.
10 years. What up? Hey, what up, Twip? Hey, let's just watch the benches of this. Shit, I hadn't seen it, man. That's it. Hey,
that's one I need to watch. Yeah, I need to check that out.
I do want to see it. What up, No Curse Notion? Hope all's well. Yeah, everything's going pretty good, man. Going pretty good. Yes, sir. We'll talk about that. In a little bit. They announced season 2.
That's part of Anthony's announcement. He's in season 2 of The Last of Us. Let's go.
Whoa. Those who haven't played the game are playing it now. Indeed, they are. That's another thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that. That on Amazon, The Last of Us Part 2 is the number one seller, PlayStation 4 game. And then follow closely behind it, number 2 is The Last of Us remastered. So and that just goes to show, man, that's I wonder if when the Halo show came out, people started buying Halo. Did they? No. All right, so
yeah, I don't think enough people watched it.
So you playing it right? Hey, man, it's incredible, man.
Dude, I like, I'm sure we'll talk enough about it, but like people at work, like there's a couple of people I work with who are like, they're older and like they've got families and all that. They haven't really played this generation of video games. And I couldn't stop talking about the show, and one of my coworkers, she just like came back one day, she's like, oh my god, I love it. It's incredible. That was only the first episode. Yeah. And then the other guy, he was just like, yeah, it's really good. He's like very sciencey. So he loved like how it delves into the like the game did like good enough when it came to the science of everything, but really like turned it up, and he loved that. And it's just really cool to like talk about as a show, and just not have that inner circle kind of get wider a little bit, just to have the general audience love it, is just a really good sign.
Yeah, no, my bad. I didn't mean to throw that on.
You're good.
I got the little theme music playing and shit. That shit is dope. We'll get into that, man, and we'll talk all things, especially about the first 2 episodes, what took place and things of that nature. But just a couple of announcements. Like I kind of mentioned when we started, my show, the ACS Universe, will be going to a bi-weekly schedule. So you see us tonight, see me in 2 weeks. Just because I got some family stuff going on, and we got to hanging out on the weekends and things of that nature. So like on Friday nights, man, it's kind of I'm free tonight. I can do the show, but mostly every other Friday I'm gonna be hanging out with my son and grandson and stuff. And we're gonna be having a chill time and just doing some family shit, man. So that's important, as more important than the show, to be honest. But I still love to talk to you guys, and there's a reason why I started doing some beginning. I love the engagement or whatever. So, but I'm just gonna let you guys know it's gonna be bi-weekly for the time being. And then when football season ends, I know I'm working on some stuff, some content that I trying to put out there, a little bit different from what's going on. Just you can only talk about James Gunn and his stuff so much. I don't care to talk about it that much at all. So like I'm moving kind of away from that when it comes to my content personally. doing some things. Also, the greatest scenes of all time will be moving to Patreon exclusively.
Ooh, nice.
So you and the episodes that have been out there, there's 8 already. I changed it. That's season 1. So when season 2 comes, probably going to film the entire season, then put it out there on Patreon weekly as far as that goes, with some more great scenes that we love from movies. I appreciate the support that came with the greatest scenes of all time. It's just it's a hard show to edit because YouTube makes it very difficult to upload stuff like that without actually altering what you're uploading. So it's not the experience that I was hoping for. But on Patreon, and look, I'm not trying to get you can join for $1, and if you're interested in seeing, but I decided to put it over there just because I can put the unedited entire episodes of the greatest scenes on there without having to worry about cutting a bunch of stuff, man. If you watched it on YouTube, it's really chopped up, and I'm not satisfied with that product. So I decided, you know what? I'll just do that. For people who are patrons of the show and who like to, watch my content, I'll put it on there for them. And a lot of big ones. Helm's Deep. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be some good ones coming up, man, for this next season of the greatest scenes of all time. So this is a couple of announcements I just wanted to put out there, just in case people are missing me. Like I said, every other week. So tonight show, we'll be back in a couple weeks after this. It's just a lot of family time, man. It's to me that's a lot more important than the streaming thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's see. Droga's in the house. What up, Droga?
What up, Droga?
Doing good, man. Doing good. John, who will you cast as Abby? Woo! We'll talk. I seen something that was fire, dude. Yes. Hey, man. Hey. Woo! Yo, it's funny because with that, and we'll talk about it, but you're talking about casting someone everybody gonna fucking hate, probably. You know what I'm saying?
It's she's gonna be the Joffrey.
Yep.
She's gonna be the next Joffrey.
And we'll get to that. We're gonna get to what's the Last of Us stuff. All right. It says, so what do you think this things to be? Yeah, somebody said Monday. I think Monday too. That sounds. I mean, look, he said January, and January's almost over. So I'm
pretty sure he said like January 6th, which is first of all a weird date to plan an announcement.
Oh, that is extra weird.
Anyways.
Yeah. So probably Monday. That's pretty much the month is almost over. So we'll see what he's doing with that. Venom, what's good, man? What's good? Venom. Sorry to use to do streaming. I was just trying to figure out how to. I use StreamYard. That's it. StreamYard. StreamYard. There's a couple years ago, it was a good tool to use, but there was a lot of things with it that there's problems people had with it or whatever. They fixed a lot of those. They've I don't know. StreamYard works well for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Twitch. Please, man. I'd have to, even though this show is streaming to Twitch right now, as far as getting on Twitch and trying to do some stuff, I'm not good at all that shit. So like, I'll probably, if I do, and I plan on it in the future, doing some video game streams where I'm playing some shit, and because I finally got my PS5. Even though what are they doing? What we'll talk about that later. PlayStation, they're changing some shit up. Did you hear about that with the little designs of the consoles and shit?
No.
Yeah, man, we'll talk. Maybe we'll get to that at the end of the show. We'll try to come back to that real quick. But while I use StreamYard, it's very intuitive. You can upload the music you hear in the background. I uploaded that to that. You can upload a bunch of stuff, so it's pretty good. Nice. Prima, what's good? That's what seems when I played the hell of a second game for. Hey, man, there you go, Venom. ACS crew. Hey, what's up, Raya? What's up?
What up?
And she's speaking to the crowd. I just want to binge watch this right now. Hey, man, there's a dude I work with who hadn't played the games, and I told him about it. After it was the Monday after, it was this past Monday, and he watched them, and he was like, "Damn, dude, I thought we was gonna be able to binge it, him and his girlfriend." And so I was like, "Nah, bro." You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you might not want to wait till the end of the season to try to watch these episodes.
Yeah, it's a little too good to wait, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking fire. It's dope.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things I did. Well, there's only one more other thing before we get into the last ones that I did want to talk about, and that's the cancellation of a couple shows. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this. when it comes to the two shows. Doom Patrol, I'm not caught up on it, but I really like Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
It's a really good fucking show, and it was quirky. It was not the norm. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was an awesome show, man. So, but as far as Titans,
I haven't even watched. I haven't watched this new season, and it kind of sucks because I'd say the first like season and a half, I was pretty on board with. Even like I could tell
even
quality wasn't exactly there, but I was still just like, this is I like this approach. This is cool. And that was still when I could like kind of retcon it to be like he's Batflex, Robin, and all that. And then they started. Whatever season 3 was, I was like, what is happening?
Oh, dude. Yo, we covered season 3 up until about episode 8, and we just stopped. We just stopped. We and it's a thing that I always talk about, man. When I'm doing content is I hate to talk too much about stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
And that's where, and sometimes I get to clapping on some folks because they spend a lot of time. And case in point, BVS. People will spend hours talking about how much they hate it. Why are you giving that much personal time to something you don't like?
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Because you like it. Because you like it. We got you.
It's like okay, and you're also mad that like they didn't get the characters right that you love. You love the characters. I get it. Bitch about it for a couple days if you need to, but like it's not going to undo anything. So either move on, because like you got especially when it comes to comic book characters, it's like you got thousands of hours of comics and movies. You got stuff. Just watch those. You don't have to pay attention to this thing that you supposedly don't like.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's people do, and the thing is that people still continue to do it all the time. You don't, if there's something out there that you don't like, say for instance, and this is the perfect example, is if you're on a stream or you're part of a panel and you're talking about something and you really weren't digging it. Yeah, say you don't dig it, give your reasons why. But I'm sure most people just move on after that. But if you continue to talk about something you don't like after an initial like conversation, I'm like, well, then you must like it, because I don't talk about stuff I don't like that much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
dude, I haven't thought about the Suicide Squad from 2021 since we were on Dave's stream.
Yeah,
the Film Junkie stream that night. I said my piece and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. In passing to make jokes, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah, we'll make some jokes about, but at the I'm not about to have a full conversation about that movie.
No.
That movie's disgusting. I can't even mention. He said I only watched a couple episodes. The only good thing I'll say is
good.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's the show was not well written, and I think at certain times they got too big for their britches when it came to the CGI. Like, look, I got what you're doing. I got this as a lower budget show. Act like it. Don't try to take it to a. We all saw what happened with them CW shows.
Oof.
Some of them tried too hard to make explosions, and they look like a firecracker that they filmed at really close range. Pop, and they were like, "Yo, that would look good if we make a car blow."
So good.
Yeah. Drogo said they got. I will agree with you, Drogo, right there. It is not missed.
Well, and it's crazy with that show because it's like you'd think making the leap from the DC app, because that's where it started.
Yeah.
Making the leap from DC app to HBO, that the writing quality would like just skyrocket.
I'll give you this little emoji right now for what you just now saying. Yes. Yes.
Little lights behind the hands. But no, honestly, that's all I was saying. It was just like you'd think it would have gotten better with the HBO writers or HBO money.
Conversations about that. That like, oh, Titans is moving from the app to HBO Max. Let's go. Like, there has to be a step up in quality. Guess what?
No. Step down.
Yeah.
It fell down the steps. Fell down all.
Yeah. It was okay. And like I said, look, I haven't seen any of this season that's out now at all, and I don't care to watch it.
Out of curiosity, I might just watch it at some point. Just
yeah.
You know what? One, just whatever.
You know what? Now that you say that, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, I could see myself just sitting there, you know what? Let me check something. And as soon as I see, we all know the screech. I had it. That drops on World's Finest.
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Mom.
Yeah, they did him dirty, and he was fired, dude. That's another thing with Titans. They have really good, they'll get some shit right, and they won't keep it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They'll get some things very correct, and they just won't keep it, man. I don't know what the deal is.
And also, I really liked what they were doing with Hawk and Dove.
Yeah.
And then what the hell?
Yeah. And look, man, watching Scarecrow shave and listen to Waterfalls at the same time is absolutely disgusting. Yo, she was dope. Material wasn't good, but she was good. She was good. She was a good Raven. I absolutely loved it.
Yep. And
no, he was not. I'll tell you right now, Matt. Nah, he was not, man.
Nah.
He was an elderly fella, and even though here's what makes it even worse. Obviously, we remember him beloved. He was fucking fire in Game of Thrones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he does another show that's really successful in the UK, where he's still active and shit. I'm like, well, why you couldn't be active?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Alfred Batman was not there. He was definitely not.
Like a gust of wind could knock him over.
He said, "See, Venom had a running and curve the downward spiral, but there are some very good guys that are trying to make something." Hey, I can agree and disagree with that statement. There's some new stuff out there that like new IPs that I think are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think like Knock at the Cabin, I think that's based off of a book.
Oh, maybe.
I think it is. If I'm mistaken, if you guys know out there, let us know. That shit's fine. I gotta see that. That's like
absolutely.
I am very, very interested in seeing that because it looks like it's gonna. Yep, worst version of Scarecrow.
Weird Arby's guy. Well, and it's also just crazy because that show and Doom Patrol made the leap at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Doom Patrol has really, if not gotten better throughout the seasons, it's at least stayed just as good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm pretty much caught up through season 4, right? 4, yeah. And it's entertaining. Like it's a good show. It's a good watch, and it's like, they'll bring in DC characters or better known DC characters every now and then. Yeah. The only weird thing that's like kind of bittersweet to watch is like the cyborg scenes, because we know the story behind that. It's no disrespect to the actor or anything.
No,
it's literally just
Jordan Wade is fire. Yeah, he's good at yeah. We get that. We get all that. So that, like I was saying when we first started talking about this, I like that show. Titans. That's another story altogether. Let's see. Yeah, so as far as this, hold up, where's it at? Oh, here we go. Prima, my wife made this tea. Now you can go to Sony's store, and I don't like their merch. Not in the store for The Last of Us. There's a couple things I thought, that's cool, but for the most part, no. But my wife, she made this shirt for me.
My wife.
Yeah, and my wife, yeah, she made this shirt for me, and I like it a lot. But I think you can go to some second market places and probably find some cool Last of Us tees or whatever. But she can make them, so I can get them exactly how I want them, so they're just like one of one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's always cool, and she's very talented when it comes to making the shirts. Literally got home today and started working on the thumbnail for the show and working on stuff for it. And I was like, hey, do I have any more t-shirts in there? Because we always buy like a shit ton of t-shirts to make stuff with. And she's like, yeah, you should have one in there. And I looked, I was like, can you make this shirt for me? She literally made it. It's just like The Last of Us. It has the little Firefly logo and it says Naughty Dog underneath it. So
nice.
Yeah. So there's that. So real quick, let me turn this off for just a second. All right. So before we get to the last one, which is the meat of the show, me and Joey talked about it so many times. We couldn't wait to talk about this show when it came out, and now we finally have our opportunity. So before that, though, there was a trailer that got released yesterday for a movie in the DC Universe, Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I saw it one time yesterday, and we're gonna watch it again right now. Watch the trailer for Shazam, and we're gonna give you our thoughts. Oh, whoa! Don't play yet, son of a bitch! Just started playing. Do this.
He's called the trailer "son of a bitch."
Yeah, I did. Yeah, some
Trailer's like, what the fuck did I do?
You started playing automatically, which is my fault because I just didn't go to YouTube and change it to not play it on it. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, so Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Also, real quick before Shazam is getting the and look, I feel as though the character in the movies has already gotten the redheaded stepchild treatment, just because they made a big hullabaloo about their trailer for the Flash at the Super Bowl that they spent fucking $10 million on. What about Shazam? They don't get a trailer for the Super Bowl?
No.
You don't care about them, or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't they get themselves a Super Bowl trailer? Because they can drop one like 3 weeks before it and just be like, hey, here it is, because we don't like it that much.
Yeah, they didn't even do it on like during the conference champion during the conference games or anything. That's so weird.
They could have dropped this past Sunday. Yeah, why wait till this random Thursday to just be like, here's this trailer? Mad disrespectful, man. And I know we had discussions, me, you, and Meg, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out Meg, you know what I'm saying, world's fine. But about how James Gunn might feel about some of this material that was already in production before he got on, because he hadn't said anything about Shazam, and then he did retweet the trailer yesterday, which was like, oh, he retweeted the trailer.
Yeah.
He probably still hates it because
which is weird because it's never mind.
Yeah, which is weird. Yeah. So let's bring it up. All right, so here is the trailer. Make sure you let me know if you can hear this for Shazam: Fury of the Gods, the trailer 2. Let's go.
We are at war. We will annihilate everything. Champions of this realm can do nothing to stop us.
You are very menacing. I just want you to know that.
A lot has changed in the last few years. The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right, here's the situation.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
The daughters of Atlas are coming to hunt us.
Children stole the power of the gods. You ripped it from our father's core.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Give us the powers, child.
Your world will not survive this.
You want these powers? Come get them!
Hey, Khaleesi!
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
We have one job to do. Save the world. Billy! Ready!
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
I can't do this. Take my powers back. You gave them to me, so you can take them back, right?
I spent millennia searching for a worthy champion. You know exactly what must be done.
Billy, what are you doing? I have to do this.
We end this now.
Yeah, we do.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom,
It's a movie.
It is. No, it's interesting. I'm not going to dismiss it. A lot of shit looks fun, and look, I really enjoyed the first Shazam. Like literally, that movie was like. I literally thought to myself, "Wow, this is literally how Shazam is and stuff." People hate it. I was like, "Well, what are you doing? This is literally. This is one of the most. The first one was one of the most comic book accurate films. You know what I'm saying? People who look for a comic book accuracy. You know what I'm saying? So no, it looked Shazam. The first one was good. This one looks okay. This one, obviously, I'll be there watching it. It's not like I'm gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna see it.
Right.
Some of the CG looks a little shaky, and look, I got it. The characters that's played by Helen Mirren and was Lucy Liu. They're created characters for this movie. Which is it's fine to me. Because even though I know there's other Shazam villains that they could have gotten like from the actual books to put in this movie, it's fine. It looks decent enough. And like I said, I'll be there watching it anyway. So I even if I thought that trailer was trash, I'd still go watch it.
Yeah.
Just because I want to experience it for myself before I let somebody tell me it's not good. You know what I'm saying? What you think about it?
It did more for me than the first trailer. Like this, I like a good portion of this trailer. Like it looks cool and like it wasn't something, I don't know. I wasn't like really planning on going like the opening weekend before this trailer. Now I'm like, I'll probably go check it out. And it's nothing like, obviously, because I love the first one too, and just nothing against the movie or anything. It's just like DC in general. Like I'm not trying to focus on all the bad, but it's just like
I feel you.
But it's just like I don't know what this is building to anymore, because like we don't know who's all staying, what's all getting rebooted, and all that stuff. And like I mean, The Rock's all but done with Black Adam, and I'm like, okay, so are we never gonna see them like face off?
That's a good, and it's like, and I've said it before, just I think and I would really love to talk to the cat, honestly, because I would really like to ask him this question. But I just think that and I've said it plenty of times before, Dwayne Johnson, a little bit too cocky, a little bit too much. I think he wasn't satisfied with the choice they made to cast for Shazam.
Yeah.
So that's why he took his interest elsewhere when it came to fighting someone in the DCU.
Yeah.
Because this is the fight. Don't make no mistake about it.
Yep.
Black Adam and Shazam is the fight. You understand what I'm saying with these two characters? Superman comes later when Shazam can't handle it for whatever reason.
Yep.
But the fact that he went straight for that was, and look, he'll probably never admit it. And my personal opinion on the matter is that that Dwayne Johnson was not satisfied with Zachary Levi as a choice. He probably thought it should be somebody who got in the gym more or some shit like that, because that's what he promotes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what Dwayne Johnson promotes. So I think he wanted someone who puts that much effort into the character, and they chose Zachary Levi, which, like I said, I enjoyed the first movie, whatever. I think he took issue with that, and I'm like, bruh, something was probably pitched to that cat, to The Rock, way early on about Shazam. He decided not to go with it for whatever reason, and now his ass ain't playing nobody at the current moment. So that's how I'm gonna leave it at that. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. Probably could have been fucking doing some other shit. Instead, no. I'm too badass. It's gotta be Superman.
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch right now, bro. Not literally, but you ain't in these movies. Nope. So you know what I'm saying? You ain't in these movies. So I'll leave it at that level. You can't control all of that shit. But
right.
But as far as the movie goes, gonna watch it. I saw some funny shit in there. I mean, obviously, look. Zachary Levi is a funny cat. There's some stuff in there, just some stuff, and I was like, don't do that. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'll go see Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I think it is not the reason I want to see it the most is not Shazam or the family or whatever. Even though we had talked about this, it looks like the family aspect. The family aspect is there here in this trailer, but not the same family aspect from the first movie.
Yep.
The first movie hit me as such a man. That scene in the first one when they're all sitting in the living room and then Zavago comes and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was mad family vibes. Like I was like, damn, they're like, so I don't see that from this one. Maybe I'm just, maybe they're not showing it to us and then we get to see it then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Who knows? But I'm still watching the movie.
Yeah.
Decent. Trailer's decent.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I said in the group chat the other day about what exactly felt like it was missing in the family aspect.
It's just something.
Something feels different. It's like we're not with the family as much or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this looks fine. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely gonna check it out and just see what it's about. That's kind of how I am with pretty much all the DC movies. Like, it's not that I'm not boycotting them or anything. Like, I'm gonna check them out just to see what's up.
Yeah. Like everything, even if the Monday is the announcement for whatever he announces, I'm watching that shit because I'm fans of the characters. Number one.
Yeah.
Of the lore and all of this shit. When it comes to DC, I'm fans of all. So I am watching what they put out. Mm-hmm. Will I like it? That remains to be seen. But I will I'm not going to just dismiss it because it's whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm watching all that stuff, and then I'll give my opinions on it afterwards. I had to. What are you talking about, Shamalos, man? Relax, bro. Say Black Adam was perfect. Black Adam was dope.
Yeah,
I thought Black Adam was pretty fucking good. Mm-hmm. There's just some cringe stuff in it. Yes, the kid, get out of here. But yeah, I have it on physical media. It's. I think Black Adam is pretty damn good. But that doesn't change my thoughts on Dwayne Johnson and
how he handled the
entire fucking thing, bro.
Yeah.
Man, just imagine if he had went in like, yo, wait a minute. Yo, Zachary Levi, let's go. Let's get this thing going, man. Let's fucking entertain the people. That's how he used to be in WWE and shit. No matter what the storyline was, let's entertain the people. Now you too good because he's skinny or whatever. I don't know if that's the reason, but it just felt to me because Zachary Levi doesn't get in the gym like he does. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's like that situation just struck me like, so you don't think he's good enough to, I don't know. I don't know. It's aggravating to talk about. But
it's ego all around. So
yeah, it is. That's exactly right. It's a prank call. All right. So anyway, now that we talked about Shazam, we're looking forward to it. Like I said, we'll see it comes out in a little bit. And also we'll look forward to see what they drop for. I'm gonna tell you right now, real quick before we get to the last. If I am at a Super Bowl party and I make it a point to make sure I see the Flash's Super Bowl trailer and it's trash, fuck y'all.
The trash.
Yeah, if it's I'm serious because if you're watching the Super Bowl with a lot of people, if you're sitting there and it comes on, it's and I've done it before because last year when the Doctor Strange one came out, I was like, oh, hold up, everybody, hold up, let me see this, and it was good. It was what Doctor Strange dropped last year was pretty good.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people there who were also interested, like, yeah, y'all shut the fuck up, let's see this. But if I do that for the Flash trailer during the Super Bowl. And it's trash, bro.
Everybody just turns and boos you.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Everybody's just like, you boo. Why'd you have us quiet down for that? That sucked.
Yeah. All right. So there it is. Let me go ahead and put the. All right. So real quick, before we bounce for the evening, man, The Last of Us. If at any point in time you've ever played the game, it's on PS4. They've pretty much updated it for PS5 and stuff of that nature. And phenomenal game, came out in 2013. Groundbreaking in a lot of ways. Story, gameplay, just everything about the game was fucking lauded by everybody. Received many awards. So, you know, I'm sure when you first played it, the same as when I did, I was like, this is a movie, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when are they gonna make this movie?
Yeah.
We didn't get the movie. We got something much better. We got a show on HBO Max that is absolutely fucking incredible. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna show this because I did want to, just in case anybody's watching and they hadn't. Here we go. So this little video is absolutely incredible to me, just because I was like, yo, they did it for us, man. 2. So being only 2 episodes in, man, out to season 2.
It's a very good sign.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And as you think about it, it's something like that we absolutely love as much as this. Well, what do you think? But anyway, so we'll give our thoughts on the show real quick because we got to bounce really soon. But it's incredible. The show was great. They added a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because you had to. Mm-hmm. And I think shouts out to John that I'm on his show every Wednesday because he does the Last of Us show. Yeah. And I've been on the past 2 and we talked about the show. They added some stuff, man, and it's very welcomed. And it's almost to the point where if you had asked me 3 months before the show came out and you're like, yo, what if they add some stuff? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm like, no. You don't add stuff to The Last of Us. But Neil Druckmann, executive producer, director of an episode, just writer of the show and the game, creator of the game, shouts out. The show's fire, man. What are your thoughts, man?
I mean, honestly, it's going off the adding stuff. It's like they've done it so well in the intent of making it their own and making it like it is their own, but it's still just like you gotta set it apart from the show or from the game. And like all the flashbacks and everything, opening it with that science like show in the 60s, brilliant, because you open the door to both like fans of the game, like we know what he's talking about. General audience is like, oh, okay, that's weird that they're talking about this at the start, but all right. And then that makes you think, like, makes you think back. It will make the general audience think back once we get into the show. It's like, oh, this is what he was saying with the mutations and the fungus, blah blah blah, and like all the flashbacks and everything. I mean, I know in the game it starts off like 20 years ago or whatever. Yeah. But episode 2, it showed like the doctor, and that intro was fantastic. Like just you felt the hopelessness and the like severity of the outbreak. And when she was saying just like bomb them all, like, bro, that it's haunting. Like it was honestly just like it made you feel like, because we were both kind of, I mean, I don't know, maybe you weren't, but like I was kind of cocky with the show because I was just like, I played the game. I mean, I know when I know how scary it is. I know when the scary part's going to be, and then they hit you with moments like that. You're like, oh shit! All right, you got me again. But like, and it's just, I love the. I keep saying this when I talk with people about it. I'm just like, I understand that it's literally based off of the game. But a lot of the attention to detail and like accurate scenes is really cool to see. Even just like the buildings in the background, like the way they're skewed and stuff, and it's just like I just I really appreciate like the level of care and I can't think of the word, but just like the writers of the game and the writers of the show working together to give respects to, the game is just really cool to see. And again, like the fact that it got a season 2 announcement 2 episodes in is
2 episodes
insane.
Yeah, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I think in comparison, another very, very, very popular show, The Boys, they didn't get it was almost the end of the first season of The Boys before they got an announcement for season 2. So, look, if you played the game, you already know. You already know that they have they've rewarded people who played, right? People who played, and then they've given you some extra, man.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. I thought the first episode, the opening sequence was absolutely genius, right? And then, obviously, you watch the episode, it's fire, it's whatever. But then, like, the opening to the second one, I wish I could be sitting in front of Neil Druckmann and shake his hand. Say that, because me and my wife, like, I don't know what I was doing, because football was on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Sunday. Right. So I was watching, I was like, you ready? You got everything ready in there, right? Because as soon as I jumped in, we're going to watch the fucking show. And we came in and started it. And when that happened and the intro came on, I looked at my wife and I had watered eyes, bro. I was like,
yeah.
And look, she enjoys it a lot. She really, really loves it. And she's seen at times where I've been playing the game, she's watched me play it. But that particular just little intro to the second episode was just absolutely. I can't think of any more words to describe it. Like, it really showed you. Like, if you had any questions as to what the fuck is going on in the first episode, this one told you. No, she literally said, bomb everybody in this country.
Yep.
And because she probably wanted to say, if it wasn't for her wanting to spend her last hours with her family, she probably would have said bomb the entire continent. Yep. Because that's, you know what I'm saying? And it's real talk, because this also brings me back to just thinking about when they set out to make this game at Naughty Dog, all the people involved, this what they chose to use for a virus, as opposed to zombies or other stuff. They chose something that you literally cannot kill.
Yeah.
You can't cure it. You can bomb it, yes, but you cannot. There's no that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the story from the game is an absolute. The way they've taken it to the show, that I'm telling you, man, that opening sequence for the second episode let me know that they were absolutely for real, and I can't wait to see what they do for the next one. And I remember messaging you guys, and I put a little thought out there. I don't know if it's going to happen the next one, but I do know there was a tweet I saw where Neil was talking about why they thought it was necessary to show Ellie with her mother. And remember what I told y'all is I thought, before she gives birth, and that's like, you know what I'm saying? Could be. So, who knows what's going to happen with that? Everybody's watching the show. I hope you're enjoying it, man. I really, really do. Yeah. It's one of those things to where, like, something that you've experienced and you've loved it so much. You love it when other people get to experience that same thing. Yeah. And I am very happy that the world is loving The Last of Us, man. Definitely. And I'm glad that the second season has been announced. I know what's her name came out like literally 3 days ago when somebody asked her in an interview about another season. She said, yeah. She said, I don't know. I guess if everybody watches, I guess they'll do one. Well, here we go. So, which that was probably like she was just playing coy, maybe. Yeah, Bella. Like, I don't know if enough people watch it. Trying to get y'all watch it. Yeah, she's incredible. Dude, even just like getting into spoilers here. Like, episode. Like something so big as to like Tessa's death. Yeah. Like I appreciated it more in the show because it meant more.
And
yeah.
You know, in the game, like she was still great in the game, like her performance and everything. But it was just the fact that she was an off-screen death, and like, you know, she actually got gunned down by the military. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. But this was like, you know, dude, that infected kiss or whatever, that shit terrified me.
Yeah,
I was like, one, you know, he stinks.
Yeah,
he is. That is the rotting flesh of a man.
Yeah. My homie smells like ball sacks. Bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And then she's probably just like, you know, frozen with fear, trying to get that lighter to go.
Yeah, but I get the cinematography. It shows her look down as she's still trying to do it, and she finally gets it, and she just drops it. I was gonna tell people, like, in that original scene, it was the army comes in and you see her murk a bunch of motherfuckers, but eventually they get her.
Yeah.
This was way better. Yeah. This was like, and I love it that they didn't notice her there for the longest time. They were running past, and the one dude's like, hold up, I smell some bitches. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I smell some glass. What's that?
Goes that he walks by the fish market, he says, "Good morning, ladies."
Yeah, that's it. But in all seriousness, when we were watching it, we were both. Even though I knew, man. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And we're about to wrap up. But like earlier in the episode, what happened? Oh, when they were on the rooftop in that iconic scene.
Oh, you know? Yeah.
But when she said, "Yeah, you just go ahead. You make sure she's all right," I was like, God. And my wife's like, "What?" I was like, nothing. Because I already knew, because I done played the game, that Tess is about to be out of this bitch.
Yeah. And I've seen, you know, I sent you that tweet. Someone was saying how like they loved that actress.
Oh man,
they love that actress.
Fatma, man. I was like,
I felt really bad. Fatma, I hope you haven't seen. I hope you don't watch it.
Yeah. If you're Fatma, if you're not watching it, we don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. But it was just because that was like one of many. Like there, you know, I talked to a couple of friends who were just like, "Yeah, I really like Tessa's character." I'm like, "Oh, that's too bad."
Which me and you had conversations before. It's like we didn't know how the timetable for these episodes. So like, we even talked about maybe Tess might not pass till middle of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like. But nah, bro, they kept it close to the best. It's like, yeah. And she was so good. She was so good in the show, man. So
really good Tess. And another just small thing, when she was, you know, she twisted her ankle or whatever.
Yeah.
The tape.
Yeah.
It was straight out of the game.
Like,
the same sound. I know tape is tape, but it's still just like hearing that. I was like, that's from the game. It's insane.
It's I'll sum it up like this. I think that they have adapted a video game in a way that I've never seen done before, which is not only just being accurate to what happens in the game, but also making it readily like understandable to people who haven't played the game. That's the best job you can do when you're adapting something. There's a reason why they already renewed it. They've renewed it for season 2. There's a reason why it's breaking records that previously House of the Dragon held. There's a reason why they're doing that, because it's that good. The content is that good. Pedro Pascal is that good. Bella Ramsey is that good. They're killing it, and
it's built different.
It is built differently than anything else you've ever seen as far as that medium. And I think the approach they took when they decided to make it a show is unlike any other. And real quick before we bounce, Neil Druckmann made some talk about first of all, everybody wants to laugh on part 3, right? I do, you know what I'm saying? But he said, and I don't know if I can I'm not gonna try to find the video, but I saw where he said, if there's a story there, yes, but we're very satisfied with how we ended 2. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like the person I'm like, I am
trilogy.
too.
Come on,
But I want some more. But I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
In other words, don't force some garbage out there on the people.
Yeah.
So, and another thing he said, he said that Sony aren't pushing them. Sony isn't coming at them like, since the show's successful, can we get a part? They're not. They're not pushing them at all. They understand that this is a very like it's a serious thing. So like they understand like, you know, we've seen stuff pushed out for money. We've seen that.
And I mean, you know, maybe they'll wait a bit. I mean, the time between the first one and the second one was like 7 years, and it's only been barely 3 years since the second one. So it's like, just give it a couple years. You never know what development they'll have, and then just be like, oh, we're gonna do a third one after all. Like, it's just give it some time. And also, I don't want to alienate anybody or anything, but if your first thought when the second season was announced was to bitch about how they should change the storyline because you didn't like what happened to a certain character, or you didn't like playing as a certain character, stop talking.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly so old now. Like, it's to the point where I'm like, I don't think that's a legitimate criticism.
No.
I mean, okay, if you like this story genuinely,
I do.
Pay attention to what Tess said to Ellie in the second episode, or early on when they're still trying to figure out like her situation. She says Joel and I are not good people. They're not good people.
Not good people.
So stop. So I'm tired of that argument of like, I get it. You love the certain character, but it's like, this is a dangerous world.
I'm with you 1,000%. And as far as that choice for the second game, and I've always it's still surprising me that I never got that spoiled, but it was an absolute. That's one of the best, literally the best plot points I've ever seen, ever. Not just games and movies and everything, because. It's just we'll talk about it when that time comes, because I mean, some people might be watching who haven't played the game, but let me tell you something. Don't they announced the second season? Don't automatically think, if you didn't like the game for what Joey just said, get out. I don't know what to tell you, because that game is phenomenal. They stepped up the gameplay in every single way that they could from the first one, and the first one was fire. You know what I'm saying? So they ask, and there's one thing that happens in the game that people don't like. I honestly don't care. I love it. I think the second game is phenomenal, and if they adapt that for the season, I love it, because it's gonna be one of those. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, remember how you reacted to the first time you saw. If you didn't read the material, but you saw the Red Wedding, let me tell you something. Woo!
Yep.
That was dope. Why ain't nobody hating on that?
Yeah.
Why ain't nobody hating on that?
Yeah, it's your favorite. It's one of your favorite characters.
Everybody loves the Red Wedding. Like they hate it because it pissed them off, but at the same time, nobody's hating on that like this. I just thought about that. It's literally a very similar thing.
It's one of the main character of the show at that point. Like,
he was the
he was the dude, and then it was just like, no, he's gone. So it's like, it's honestly just it's an unfair world in the game. Like that universe, it's unfair, it's unforgiving. So
it was disgusting.
It's not.
As you play it, you realize some of the stuff that you realize. But shouts out to all involved. The show is legitimately 1,000% more than I could have ever asked for.
Yeah.
From a show for one of my favorite video games, and they stepped it up in every way possible. And I'm so happy that Neil Druckmann is actually like a producer on the show, because he can literally say, "Yo," you know what I'm saying? Like, all right. Before we wrap, hold on, let me get this up here. I thought I had it up here, but I'm gonna pull up the Last of Us, the episode 3's little trailer they had.
Oh yeah. Which, by the way, like, now that we've gotten to this trailer, I think Nick Offerman's hair as Bill looks a lot better than in like the promo posters.
Oh yeah.
In the posters, I was like, it looks a little weird, but like this, it looks good. I'm really excited for him as Bill. Though. That's gonna be I feel like that's gonna be a great performance.
And you remember, I was telling you, like people who've seen the entire season, they think that's the best episode of the fucking season. Like literally. All right. Hold on. All right. It was spinning for a minute. All right, so y'all, here goes The Last of Us. This is the trailer for episode 3. So if you've been watching. Tell me, Gator.
I'm taking you with me. We can just keep our histories to ourselves. We haven't seen the world. So you don't tell anyone about your condition.
My name's Frank.
What bother going on?
For family.
I'm not family.
Cargo. You know what's out there. Sooner or later, there'll be raiders. They'll come at night, quiet, and armed.
Be careful who you put your faith in.
Call Joel.
Bruh. All right, so obviously you got to look forward to on Sunday. Yeah, man, good show. Good.
It's honestly like you were saying, like it for me. I was hyped for it, but like it's better than I could have imagined.
Better than
like quality and also just the reception of from people watching it. It's just
it's one of those things where like, you know what I'm saying, like it's something you love for a long time, and they're like, wait, all of y'all love it too? That's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just good, man. And y'all, I'll be back in 2 weeks, man, talking about next couple episodes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, everybody who joined in, appreciate you in the comments or whatever. And yeah, we'll see y'all not next week, 2 weeks. I'll be back at 4 Nerds. It's the replay on Tuesday. The fucking football is winding down very rapidly.
Bengals, Eagles, Super Bowl. Right, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Just so people, because where I'm from, nobody's shutting up about Brock Purdy anytime soon. So.
Oh yeah, because he came.
Oh my god. It's even more annoying because George Kittle's on that team too, and nobody talks about him.
Oh, but he came from yeah.
He was on. He played for the. I got told that when I went. So they were WWE came here back in late December, and I turned around and one of the guys was like, "Holy shit! I thought you were Bray Wyatt." I'm like, I was like, I've never been told that before, but thank you. That's a great compliment. Thanks, William.
Hey, William. Hey, I appreciate you jumping through, man. Hopefully you're watching The Last of Us, bro. I don't know if you played it. I don't know if you played it, but if you're watching it, I hope you're enjoying it because it's absolutely incredible, man. And but yeah, so yo, see you guys in a couple weeks. Obviously, you'll see me next week. Look, we World's Finest will return. Oh. It will be back. Yeah. We're working on some things, and I think when we come back, it's going to be funny and hilarious. Yeah. And
we just wanted you to miss us a little bit.
Yeah. Miss us a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You say hadn't played it but enjoyed the show. Hey, man. Nice. All the love is hey, Dwip. Hey, appreciate you, man. You have a good weekend as well. If you're a football fan, enjoy the games on Sunday. I will be watching intently so I can talk about them on Tuesday and shit. But peace out from me and Joey. We'll see you guys.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. We see you. All right, here we go.